Is it possible that some of the very things we do, perhaps without even realizing it, are actually holding us back from the happiness we deserve in these golden years you've lived a full life? Gathered wisdom, experienced joys and weathered storms. You've earned the right to feel content, joyful, and fulfilled. Yet, for many, retirement or getting older can bring a surprising sense of unease, boredom, or even unhappiness. It's a painful reality that the freedom of later life doesn't automatically unlock unlimited joy. Sometimes, unconscious patterns or common missteps can create barriers. But what if identifying these could open the door to a brighter, more satisfying chapter? In this video, we're going to gently uncover 5 surprisingly common mistakes older people sometimes make that can unintentionally diminish their happiness. And more importantly, talk about simple, powerful shifts you can make right now. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. Let's dive right into the first area where we might be making a mistake without even knowing it. And that's falling into the trap of believing our most productive, vibrant days are behind us. It's a subtle shift in mindset that can happen over time. Perhaps the kids are grown, your career has ended, or maybe physical changes mean you can't do everything you once could. It's easy to start thinking, well, that was then, and this is now. We might start viewing ourselves through the lens of what we used to be able to do or achieve, rather than seeing the incredible potential and value we hold right here, right now. This isn't just about being busy. It's about feeling relevant, capable, and like you still have something meaningful to contribute, whether it's to your family, your community, or just to your own personal growth. Think about it. Society often subtly reinforces this idea. Advertisements might show older people in passive roles, or focus solely on health issues. While health is important, of course, it's not the whole story of aging. When we internalize these messages, even unconsciously, we can start to limit ourselves. We might stop trying new things, thinking, I'm too old for that. We might withdraw from social activities because we feel we don't have much to talk about anymore, or that we're not as interesting as we once were. This mistake is devastating because it robs us of purpose. Humans, at any age, thrive on feeling needed, useful, and engaged in life. When we mentally retire from living, not just working, happiness can wither. The actionable step here is to actively challenge that limiting belief. Start by identifying areas where you still feel a spark of interest or curiosity. What have you always wanted to learn? Is there a skill you've let rust? Like playing a musical instrument or speaking a language. Is there a cause you care about? Contribution doesn't have to be grand. It could be volunteering at a local library, mentoring a young person, sharing your baking skills with neighbors, or even just being the family's storyteller. Passing down history and wisdom. The key is to find ways to feel active and engaged in the world around you, using the unique gifts and experiences you possess. This isn't about being busy for the sake of it, but about finding activities that give you a sense of accomplishment and connection. For instance, joining a community garden, teaching a skill at a local senior center, or even just dedicating time each week to help a friend or family member with a task. These simple acts push back against the idea that your useful days are over and replace it with the vibrant truth that your value and ability to contribute are timeless. It's about shifting the focus from what you can't do anymore to what you can do, with all the wisdom and experience you've gained. And that leads beautifully into another common pitfall that quietly erodes happiness, neglecting social connections. It might seem obvious, but as life changes, friends move away, loved ones pass, or mobility becomes challenging, it's easy for our social circles to shrink, and it's a mistake to underestimate just how vital those connections are. Not just for fun, but for our overall well-being and happiness. We are, fundamentally, social creatures. Isolation is a quiet killer of joy. When we don't have regular interaction with others, We miss out on laughter, support, shared experiences, and the feeling of belonging. It's not about needing a huge group of friends, even a few close. Meaningful relationships can make a world of difference. The mistake is letting those connections fade without making an effort to nurture them or create new ones. Perhaps you think, people are too busy, or I don't want to be a burden. These thoughts, while understandable, can lead to a self-imposed solitude that leaves you feeling lonely and disconnected. The happiness boost from even a simple phone call, a cup of tea with a neighbor, or a shared activity is immense. When you share a laugh, talk through a problem, or just spend quiet time in someone else's company, it reinforces your place in the world and reminds you that you are seen and valued. Making an effort to stay connected is an investment in your own happiness. It could involve scheduling regular calls with family, joining a club or group based on your interests like a book club, walking group, or craft circle, attending events at a local community center, or even exploring online communities if getting out is difficult. Don't wait for people to reach out to you. Take the initiative sometimes. Send that email, make that call, suggest that coffee date. It can feel vulnerable to reach out, especially if it's been a while. But the potential reward of renewed connection is priceless. Remember, these connections provide emotional support during tough times and amplify the good times. They give us different perspectives and keep our minds engaged. So, actively fighting against social isolation is one of the most powerful steps you can take to protect and increase your happiness. It's about prioritizing people and connection, just as much as you would prioritize a healthy diet or exercise. It's that fundamental to our well-being. Moving on from the crucial role of connection, let's consider a third mistake that often creeps in. Sometimes unnoticed dwelling excessively on the past, particularly the regrets or perceived failures. It's natural to reflect on our lives, to look back at the journey we've taken. Our past has shaped us, taught us lessons, and given us cherished memories. However, the mistake lies in getting stuck there, replaying negative events, focusing on what-ifs, or feeling burdened by past decisions that we now view critically. This kind of backward-looking focus is a happiness killer because it keeps us tethered to things we cannot change. It breeds feelings of regret, sadness, and sometimes even bitterness. Instead of living fully in the present and looking forward to what today and tomorrow hold, we are constantly pulled back into a loop of unchangeable history. This doesn't mean ignoring the past entirely or failing to learn from it. It means processing it, understanding its impact, and then consciously choosing to release the grip it has on your emotional state. Today, holding on to old hurts or regrets is like carrying heavy stones in your pocket. They weigh you down and make the journey through life much harder and less enjoyable. Perhaps you regret a career choice, a relationship decision, or not spending more time with someone who is no longer here. These are valid feelings, but replaying them endlessly doesn't change the outcome. It only diminishes your current happiness. The actionable step here is to practice forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness, and to consciously shift your focus. Forgiveness isn't about saying what happened was okay. It's about releasing yourself from the emotional burden of it. It's about acknowledging the past, learning from it, and deciding not to let it poison your present. This takes practice. When you find yourself dwelling on a past mistake or regret, gently acknowledge the thought without judgment. Then, consciously bring your attention back to the present moment. What are you doing right now? What can you appreciate about this moment? Another powerful practice is reframing your perspective on the past. Instead of seeing mistakes as failures, view them as learning opportunities. What did that difficult experience teach you? How did it make you stronger or wiser? Can you find any positive outcomes or lessons from even the most painful situations? This isn't about putting a rose-tinted filter on history, but about extracting the wisdom and leaving the pain behind. Writing down your thoughts and feelings about past events can be helpful, almost like putting them on paper so they're not constantly swirling in your head. Talking to a trusted friend, family member, or even a therapist can also provide perspective and help you process old wounds. Ultimately, this mistake is about where you choose to place your mental energy. By consciously directing your focus towards the present and the possibilities of the future, rather than the immutable past, you reclaim your power to find joy and peace today. It's a powerful act of self-compassion to accept your past self, flaws and all, and allow your present self to move forward unburdened. Following closely on the heels of getting stuck in the past is the fourth mistake: neglecting your physical health. Now, this might not sound shocking on the surface. We all know health is important, right? But the mistake isn't just about neglecting exercise or diet. It's about underestimating the direct link between your physical well-being and your emotional happiness and independence. It's about letting small issues become big ones because we think it's just old age, or we don't want to bother anyone. When we don't take proactive steps to care for our bodies, even seemingly minor physical discomforts can drain our energy, limit our ability to participate in activities we enjoy, and contribute to a general feeling of malaise or low mood. Pain, fatigue, and lack of mobility don't just affect the body. They significantly impact our mental state and our ability to engage with the world, which, as we discussed earlier, is crucial for happiness. The mistake is in becoming passive about our physical health, accepting a decline as inevitable rather than recognizing the power we still have to influence how we feel through simple, consistent actions. It's easy to fall into a cycle where you feel tired, so you do less, which makes you feel weaker, which makes you even more tired, and so on. This can lead to losing independence and feeling like a burden, both of which are significant threats to happiness. The actionable steps here are about taking ownership of your physical health in a way that feels empowering, not overwhelming. It's not about trying to turn back the clock to when you were 20. It's about optimizing your health for your current age and abilities. This starts with regular checkups, but goes much deeper. Are you getting enough movement? It doesn't have to be strenuous exercise. Even a daily walk, gentle stretching, or chair exercises can make a huge difference in your energy levels, flexibility, and mood. Find something you enjoy, something that feels sustainable. Is your nutrition supporting your body? Focusing on whole foods, staying hydrated, and ensuring you get enough protein and essential nutrients provides the building blocks your body needs to function well. It's about making conscious choices about what you eat and drink most of the time, rather than falling into habits of convenience or comfort that don't nourish you. Are you getting enough quality sleep? Sleep is foundational to both physical and mental health. Developing a consistent sleep routine can improve your energy and mood dramatically. And critically, are you addressing aches and pains or new symptoms proactively? Don't dismiss things. Talk to your doctor or a physical therapist about persistent issues. Seeking help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of prioritizing your well-being. Taking these steps isn't about vanity. It's about maintaining your independence, having the energy to do the things that bring you joy, and feeling comfortable and capable in your own skin. Prioritizing your physical health is an act of self-care that pays massive dividends in your overall happiness and quality of life. It gives you the foundation upon which a joyful later life can be built. Now, for the fifth shocking mistake. And this one is often the most subtle. Perhaps because it involves something we often value: the refusal to adapt and embrace change. As we age, change is constant and inevitable. Our bodies change. Our social circles evolve, our roles in life shift, technology advances, the world around us keeps moving. The mistake is clinging too tightly to how things used to be and resisting the need to adapt to the way things are now. This resistance often comes from a place of comfort or nostalgia. But when it hardens into a refusal to learn new ways, try new things, or accept new realities, it becomes a significant barrier to happiness. Think about someone who refuses to learn how to use a smartphone or the internet, missing out on easy communication with family or access to information and online communities. or someone who insists on doing things the old way, even when it's less efficient or more difficult, causing frustration for themselves and others. This isn't about abandoning your values or your history. It's about staying fluid and open to navigating life as it is, not as you wish it still was. The world doesn't stop changing because we get older, and trying to stop it, or being angry that it's changing, is exhausting and ultimately futile. This refusal to adapt can lead to feeling left behind, frustrated, and disconnected from the present. It limits opportunities for new experiences, learning, and connection, all of which are vital for a rich and happy life. The path forward here is about cultivating a mindset of curiosity and flexibility. Instead of viewing change as a threat, try to see it as an opportunity to learn something new, to find a different way of doing things, or to discover something unexpected about yourself or the world. This could be something as simple as trying a new recipe, taking a different route on your walk, or learning a new skill, like using a video call service to chat with grandchildren who live far away. Embrace the beginner's mindset. It's okay not to know everything. The joy is in the learning itself. Be patient with yourself as you try new things. It's also about accepting the changes that come with aging, perhaps acknowledging that you can't lift as much as you used to, or that you need glasses to read. Acceptance isn't resignation. It's simply acknowledging reality so you can find new strategies and solutions. Maybe you find different ways to stay active, or explore audiobooks instead of struggling with small print. It's about finding creative solutions rather than getting stuck in frustration. This adaptability muscle needs to be exercised just like any other. The more you practice being open to small changes, the easier it becomes to navigate larger ones. It keeps your mind sharp, your perspective fresh, and prevents you from becoming isolated in a world that continues to evolve. It allows you to find joy and possibility in the present moment, rather than constantly wishing for a past that is gone. So, to recap, we've gently explored how believing your best days are behind you, neglecting those precious social connections, getting stuck in the past with regrets, letting your physical health slide, and refusing to adapt to change can all quietly steal away your happiness. But here's the encouraging truth. Every single one of these is within your power to change. You don't have to make massive, overwhelming changes overnight. Small, consistent shifts in your mindset and your habits can make a world of difference. Remember, happiness isn't a destination you arrive at. It's a way of traveling. It's found in the small moments, the connections, the sense of purpose, the ability to learn and grow, and the simple act of caring for yourself. Don't let the common pitfalls we discuss diminish the joy you deserve in this unique and valuable stage of life. It's never too late to nurture new connections. Pick up an old hobby. Learn something new. Forgive yourself for past mistakes, or simply take a walk around the block. Your wisdom, your experience, your presence. These are gifts to the world, and they are best shared when you are feeling your best, inside and out. If any of these mistakes resonated with you, or if you've found powerful ways to overcome them and boost your own happiness, I'd love to hear about it. Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else who is facing similar challenges. And if you found this conversation helpful or thought-provoking, please give the video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel and lets me know I'm creating content that matters to you. Also, consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos aimed at helping you live your best life at every age. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, you are capable, you are valuable, and you deserve all the happiness life has to offer. Keep living, keep learning, keep connecting. Live your best life at every age.